Many of us in life visit sacred places, temples, and other divine spaces, and we tend to charge ourselves up. Now, imagine if that place was not clean. Will you still get the same charging? Some of us go to nature, forests, hills, rivers, the sea, and try to get energy and recharge ourselves. Now, imagine the forest didn't have trees, the sea was rough and dirty, or the river was drying up. Would you still get recharged? No, you would not. So, what we have to understand is that each of these things from where we draw our energy has something about it which is keeping it in pristine condition, which is the source of the energy. So, the place of worship, or the temple, the forest, or the sea, or the mountains, there is life, there is cleanliness, there is vegetation, there is that natural aspect which is creating that energy. The same way, our mind has thoughts in them which determine whether we are energetic or we are not. And that's something that I want to speak to you today about. So stay with me as I unravel 5 important aspects of how you could amplify your thoughts and amplify your energy. Okay? And the first space this starts is that all of thoughts are images and language. And that's where the first thing that we need to have in our mind is positive images, positive language, positive framing. If our mind doesn't have positive framing, it will only be a challenging, dark, dull, energy-sucking place. But if it has positive language, positive imageries, then it will be much better. So instead of saying, what if I fail? The question could be, how wonderful it will be if I succeed. Instead of saying, what if I meet challenges? Say, oh, what are the new things that I'll get to learn in this? Instead of having an imagery of fear of things that you can't do, like being afraid of heights or being afraid of water or being afraid of certain condition, imagine you enjoying heights, enjoying that water. So those positive images and those positive words will be the most important foundation that you need to create in your mind. So remember, to amplify your energy, and you need to amplify your thoughts. And to amplify your thoughts, the first step is to have positive framing, positive language, positive images in your mind. Fill your mind with such positive language and positive images. And it's a matter of choice, it's a matter of selection, it's a matter of teaching yourself. And that positive language will help eliminate a lot of the darkness that we carry in our mind. From there, where do you go? From there, you go to the second step, which is of developing a clear, positive self-concept. Now, remember, this world is filled with negative noise. This not happening, that not happening, this bad, that bad. And many times we look at things and we say, I don't have that, I don't have this, they are doing so well, they are doing like this. And much of that develops self-doubt in us. That's a second step to eliminate it, because self-doubt is one of the biggest zappers of energy. We have to understand that our life is our own. It's unique. We are where we are. We have lived 365 days into X number of years, and that's brought us where we are. We have made choices, and that's where we are. So we can do certain things and we cannot do certain things. But the question is, do you say very clearly that these are my strengths? And here are the areas where I need to learn. Remember, you're not saying these are my weaknesses. These are the things that you really need to learn. And then you say that, okay, there are these things which you possibly will not be able to learn or master, where you need to depend on somebody else for resources to get those things done. That's the way to develop a positive identity of what you're good at and what are you going to learn and master in life, and what are certain things where you will need help. And then leave some things to chance, to life, to nature, to God to take care of. So, positive framing, and on top of that, put a good, positive self-concept. Now, what do you do with that self concept? What you do with that is develop discretion in life of what is good or bad in a certain situation. Like, there are many people who go on holidays and then they indulge in all sorts of things. They tire themselves out, eat all sorts of unnecessary food. And then when they come back from the vacation, instead of being rejuvenated, they're far more unwell, lazy because of the weight they have put on, all the intoxication that they went through, or all the tiredness or the challenges. Did you really need to do what you did on that vacation? Or could you have used your discretion to recharge yourself in far more positive ways? Think about that. Or the way we handle our weekends, or the way we handle our work. There is a difficult project that is coming, you're constantly distracted, you're cribbing about your boss, you're cribbing about colleagues, you're doing certain things, you're not planning things properly. Is that the way to handle things? Or when something was given to you, you should have stepped back, looked at the design of what needs to be done, understood how to approach the problem, understood how to approach the design of the solution of things, talked to people, brought people together and worked with that. So think about this. We need to use our positive language, our positive self-identity and concept to start developing discretion in life of how do I need to act in various contexts. What's the right way to handle my finances? What's the right way to handle my health? What's the right way to handle my relationships? What's the right way to handle my work? What's the right way to handle my learning? What's the right way to handle my children? Without that, again, we will be very drained out in life. So again, here is a question of reframing your thoughts to develop discretion of the right and wrong. The more you have a sense of right or wrong in a certain given context, the far more energy you will have to deal with things. And from here, what we also need is a constant internal motivation to achieve certain things, and which is where you need to pick a positive focus in life. Positive focus in life comes from positive goals and pursuits. Goals are anything from work goals to financial goals to life goals, and pursuits can be anything from interests and hobbies and new language, etc., that you need to learn. So if you're not fixing goals correctly, and if you don't have positive pursuits, again, you will constantly be draining you draining or leaking energy. You will have nothing charging you up, right? Because when you work towards your goal and you achieve certain things, you get charged up. In your pursuits, when you achieve certain milestones, when you move a little ahead, you again get a lot of charge and energy. And that again recharges you. So that reframing of thought is again reframing your energy with the actions that you're taking in life. And last thing that you need to do is have a way of, in general, recharging your brain, body, your energy, your chakras. Now that could happen through various things: playing a sport, meditating, doing yoga, reading good literature, listening to good music, especially classical instrumental music, playing an instrument, dancing. It could also come from very good company that you keep. And that's a general recharge that you need to do. All of these put together will actually give you the right way to approach your life. So I'll come back to where we started, that we need to reframe the fabric of our mind so that we can stay recharged and focused and energetic. So reframe your thoughts, reframe your energy in life. And that starts with positive language and imagery, a positive self-concept, clear discretion in various areas of your life, clear pursuits and goals in life, and lastly, a mechanism to recharge your body and mind in general. Think about all of this and develop an overarching strategy to live your life. Those thoughts, those reframed thoughts will be the engine and the fuel that will keep the energy of your life going and positive. Wish you the very best in achieving the most that you can in your life.